Hey, good almost afternoon. A couple more minutes here in Michigan and it will be noon. So welcome to another Saturday sip. This is the one that I'm really excited about, and I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to get here. While I wait, I am going to remind you that if you want to do any shopping, especially with some of the things I'm going to be showing today, you would want to go to memoryinkers.com. If you are placing a regular order and it's under $150, please use this hostess code MCKNJXSY. Okay, I see some of you are here, so yay, welcome. Thanks for being here. The other reminder, while we give it a few more minutes, is that there are, it says May 22nd, which is today, but I'm going to give you through tomorrow to join our bingo. If you haven't seen the bingo cards, they are in a post. Bingo is $20 through my PayPal account, but make sure you send it as a friend so they don't deduct any fees. Also, remember that in order to make the cards exactly like mine with the pretty flowers and stuff on it, you do need the hand-penned bundle. So ask me about that if you have any questions. Okay, so now we're going to get on to Saturday Sip and my card that I'm just really excited about. I told you guys a couple of days ago that I am going to be showing you things from the mini catalog that are either completely going away by the end of June or the actual bundles are going away. And that's the case with today's set. The Sweet Ice Cream stamp set with the matching ice cream punch is a bundle right now. You can save 10% by buying both of them. So let me show you in the catalog where I'm at. Here we go. So this is, I'm assuming the sweet is still available, but honestly, I didn't look today, so I don't know. But a lot of the stuff in the bundle is going away completely. The paper, the sprinkles, the pretty ribbon. And so here is the bundle. The stamp set is $17. The punch is $18. But if you buy the bundle, it's only $31.50. So you save 10%. And with summer coming and all the things going on, this is a sweet, no pun intended, bundle to get. So I am going to show you a fun card with this bundle. And then I have another one to show you the exact same card, but made with a different retiring stamp set. So what I have here is crushed curry. It's a regular half sheet, so it's 5.5 by 8.5, okay? And then I've got some of the awesome sweet ice cream paper. Is that what it's called? I don't even know. So hang on, let me look. Oh, Ice Cream Corner Designer Series paper. This stuff is stinking fun. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to go through all of it, but it's got some really, really cute ice cream. These are great for punching out the ice cream, which today we're going to stamp it because, you know, you're going to run out of the paper. So you got to have the stamps. Look at how cute that popsicles. You tell me that's not going to be an awesome background for a scrapbook page in the summertime with your kids eating and making a big mess with popsicles. It'd be awesome. At least my kids did. I assume everybody's kids make a big mess with popsicles. Hey, even the grown-ups. This makes a great cone bottom. It's also just cool. It's a cool background. And then there's the ice cream. More backgrounds. There you go. There's probably more, but I've used a lot of it. As you can see, I'm running low. I think I had 2 packs of this, and I'm running low on it. So that's the Designer Series paper. So that, and then I have some scraps of the crushed curry and some basic white. So here's what we're going to do with this card. I want to start by adhering this piece just temporarily to this card. And I'm going to just put a little, if you have temporary adhesive, that would probably be working best. I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive where I know I'm going to cut it. And I'm not going to fold it yet because I know, basically, I've done this enough to know that if you line up these 3 space-wise, you'll be good when you go to fold it. So it's on there temporarily Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the awesome rectangular stitch frames. You can see I already wrote on there with an item number 151820, $35. I did that because I never remember. You guys know, I never remember what anything costs or anything. So I'm trying to remember to do that. So, and then I left my stickies on here. So I knew I'm going to grab these two pieces right here. And I'm going to put them onto this piece right there. And really, I don't want this top one yet. I only want the smaller one for this part. So I'm going to find out where I want it and see if it's, you know, it's pretty even. You know how I feel about perfection. I'm going to set that on there. And then I'm going to grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss, which you can see, well-loved plate. I'm going to put that on there. And then I have the new Stampin' Up! Plates, but they're nice and clean and pretty. And so I like to wait until the plates I've been using, like literally start to crack, because they will over time. And I just wait. And see, then this one will be my bottom plate because, I don't know, do you guys do that? It saves, I think. And I figure save money where you can so you can buy more stamps and paper and inks. And I'm going to push it through. It's going to be not happy with me because it's going through two things. Okay, so now I have that punched out. I know the lighting changes when I have something big, but I'm not done with my Stampin' Cut and Emboss. So you want to save these pieces because you can use them. And they have, I don't know if you guys can see it. They're oh, that's right. I have adhesive on it. Duh. They've got the nice stitched outline. So they're very, very cool. So save those. And then I've got this piece, right? So that will eventually go back onto, oh shoot, I think I tore my paper. Hang on. Let me do this a little slower off camera. Oh, I didn't. Yay! So you do want to be careful, even with washi tape. I'm tearing the washi tape if you hear that noise, because it can tear. It doesn't very often, but ta-da! All right, so saved my piece. It's in good shape. It's just a little bent right there from me trying so hard. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to take this piece, that's a leftover piece of the crushed curry, and I am going to, I can't do it with my left hand very well, so I'm going to put that on there, and then I'm going to put the bigger piece, and then I'm going to put the smaller frame on the inside, and I'm going to try to get these centered on camera. So I think that's about right. Nope. This needs to come down a little bit. Pardon me while I do some thinking. If you see any smoke, it's just my brain. Don't let it worry you. Okay, so, all right. So now those pieces are on there. And I am going to run this through. See how that didn't make as much noise? It always thunks when it comes out, but okay, so now I've got a literal frame cut out of this. I'm done with those. So you want to hold on to that piece. But now you see I have a frame. I actually have another frame if I wanted to trim it down and use it for something else. So I'm going to toss that aside. Keep that one because I need it. Then I am going to cut smaller pieces with this. I think, let me make sure this is the right size before I lie to you. Okay. Don't want to show you that yet. So now I am going to cut, I'm being very brave, and I'm going to cut this before I stamp on it, which is not my usual way, but I want to be able to move this. So I'm going to set that there, and I'm going to take this piece, which is a good frame, and I really hate to use it up. In fact, I'm going to use this one that has a little bit of sticky on it, since I know I'm going to stick something to it. And this is the next size up. And I'm setting that on here. Okay. All right, I'm going to be brave and I'm going to try to do it backwards. It's probably better for my muscles if I do it one way and then the other, right? And sometimes when I'm building like Christmas cards or something, that is what happens. Now see, this wants to stick because I have sticky on it. This is a good frame. Look at that. That frame came out really good. I don't need it to be a frame, but it became one. And I mean, golly, that's like, I couldn't have done that if I tried. So I will definitely find a reason to use that frame. That is freaking awesome. I love when that stuff happens. Okay. So now I can move that. Let's see how you guys are doing. Hi, Susan. I saw your hello because I stood up for a second. All right. So now I have all these pieces and I'm going to start putting it together. But I have to tell you, this is an awesome die cutting bundle. There's so many uses for it, and it's stitched on both sides. I don't know if you guys noticed that when I cut the stuff out. I'm trying to take off my washi. But both ends stitched. So if you wanted it as a hole, like see this hole has a stitch, and then that has a stitch, and that frame I cut has stitches on both sides because I used 2 dies. So it's cool. It's very cool. So put this all back together and it all nests in really nice. So I think I'm out of frame. But look at all these shapes. You even have one little one. So you've got these like perfectly matched, and then some that are more rectangular, and then this little, I use that often for just like a small little thank you because it's cool. And again, that is called the rectangular stitched frames, and they are $35. So we're done with that. So I'm going to put that aside also. And I didn't need this piece. I don't need that scrap. Unless, of course, I don't stamp it right. And then, of course, that's a possibility. Now, here's where it's going to get a little tricky. I have something on there, but I'll fix it. Because now your card is a little bit more flimsy. So you could have folded it and then unfolded it, which I've done too. But now you want to fold it. Or you could use your score tool and score it. That way you have it in the right spot in the beginning. I'm just going to be really careful with that frame. Okay. All right. So now there's my card front. And then I've got this piece, which I am going to put on later. Man, what is it with me? I always have to cough when I'm doing a video. It's craziness. And then what did I do with my, there it is. Okay. So now I want to stamp, and I'm just going to do a thanks on here. I have all my stamps all ready and my inks all ready. So that's cool. Except I don't. Where's my, there it is. I forgot one. I'm going to use Memento Black to do the thanks. There it is. And these are photopolymer, so you should be using your foam mat underneath. And I'm going to, I think I'm going to ink that a little bit more. Sorry, I'm going to move this where my head isn't completely in your face. All right. Not bad. I will accept it. I really need to redo this. I know. It's just, it keeps sliding. It's my old one, and I keep just sliding it underneath. Okay, so now we have the thank you, which is obviously going to be matted onto this piece. So I will use my Stamp and Seal. Just to get that stuck. Wow, I am just terrible. You guys know that I'm really not a really good stamper. Like in the actual process, I make a big mess. I always make a big mess. Okay, so now before I stick everything together, I want to stamp a few. Oh, that's why I had that big white piece. I'm like, what was that for? Duh. That is so that I can do the ice cream cone. So I'm actually going to do the ice cream cone in 2 different colors. And I want to do the sprinkles too. I think on this one I'll do the circle sprinkles, which I will do last since I didn't grab another block. So the first one I'm going to do in Pool Party, and I'm going to stamp it off, and then I'm going to stamp it. I'm trying to figure out which way it's going into the punch. Okay, I'm going to stamp that down here. Okay, so that's my first one. And then I'm going to grab there we go. I pulled everything out, but then I like stuck it around in like strange places. It's craziness. All right. So now this is my, I cut down my, what is this stuff called? Chamois. My little Stampin' Chamois. And I'm keeping mine in some Tupperware. And then I am going to, I'm going to leave this out because I'm going to stamp the sprinkles full strength on top of it. Okay, so there's that first ice cream cone. Then I'm going to do another one in Highland Heather. And I got these color choices from the Designer Series paper. I'm using what they used because then I know it's going to coordinate with these colors. So again, the ice cream cone, stamp it off. Another one. And then the sprinkles. And do these sprinkles this way. Okay, so there we have the ice cream pieces. And I can set this aside. Okay, close this up because I'm done with that too. All right, so for the last part, for the cone, I'm using crumb cake. But if you look, that Designer Series paper, that is that Designer Series paper, and this looks a lot like the pieces. So you could, if you grab the Designer Series paper, you could redo these exactly with the with that watercolory part of the Designer Series paper. So here's the cone, and that's going to go in this way. So again, I'm stamping it off. And I always have to try to figure out how is it going to go in the punch. Do you guys do that? It's like, I don't know. So I think it goes that way. But we'll figure that out. And then I know I grabbed the background. There it is. Then this is going to be full strength. This is the crosses. And I've got to turn this so it makes sense in my brain, which is asking a lot of me on a Saturday. Some of you guys have asked me how I'm doing health-wise, and I just wanted to let you know that my doctor did take me off work for a month. Yeah, I'm okay. I hurt my back is what it is. And, I forgot to second gen that. And so, they just want to, take care of me and keep me safe. So they took me off, and I'm really close to retirement, and my job is slowly being farmed out. So I think it's a very good possibility that when this is over, they may let me go, which I'm totally, nobody panic. I'm totally okay with that. So I can spend more time doing Stampin' Up. Yay. Okay. So now I'm going to take the punch builder, and I'm going to have to trim this because all my great math did not work out the way I expected it to. Okay. So now I can set this in here and punch it out. My little purple ice cream. Purple, what would that be? Not blueberry, grape. It would be grape. This one would be blueberry. Now, here's an issue. I have this now where it's going to be very hard to get it in to the into the punch. So I am going to grab my stickies. I don't know where they are. Okay, here's some. All right, I'm just going to grab a piece of a Post-it note. I don't need the whole Post-it note, although I could. And I'm just going to stick that on the back. And then that way I can get it in there and move it around. So that's how a good way to use every single piece of your cardstock or designer series paper is just improvise so that it's on there. So, and then of course I want to go and peel off the back of the Post-it note. Okay, so now I have all of the pieces, almost, that I need to complete this card. So I'm going to move that up so you guys don't forget what we're doing. And let me clean these real quick. So I can throw them on my desk and they won't make a mess on whatever's on the desk behind me. Okay. All right. So I am done with all my stamping and now I'm going to be, oh, duh. I have to punch this out. What did I do with the punch? There it is. Okay. So now I have to do my punches, which I also did not do. Great, but they won't be as bad. I won't have to do anything too difficult with them. So I'm going to slide those in. But see how, you kind of have to see where it's going to go on the cardstock. Because if I would have done it the other way, I would have been punching and then I would have wasted this part. And I know it's just a little bit, but hey, I could use this for a sentiment later. Right? Right. So slide that piece in, punch it out. Now I forgot to do it on that one, but I purposely left a lot of white at the top of this one because I'm going to adhere them together. So now I can start assembly. All right, so this piece is for the inside of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on the inside with some seal. So tell me where you guys are from. Say hello. Press the like button. And remember to share this post because I do have a drawing every month with everybody who has shared the post. If you are watching this on a shared post and you want to make sure you catch me live, go follow me on facebook.com/memory inkers. Oops, I put that in so crooked. Let me see if I can get it out before it gets too stuck. Because that Stampin' Steel, that stuff sticks. And I put it in very, very crooked. Because I was talking. And I'm definitely a don't try to chew gum and walk at the same time kind of gal. All right, that's better. All right. So there is my card front. Now, I have some of our, what is it, that new bundle called? Let me see. It's right here. Let me grab it. Baker's Twine Essential Pack, where you get 4 different pieces of Baker's Twine, 4 different colors. Don't ask me what they are because I've sat down again. Okay, now I could use the whole thing, and you see I cut it really long. But I'm going to want a thinner piece, so I am going to untwine it and just grab one of these pieces. Now, if you're like me, you need your teeth. Hang on. There you go, because I needed a third hand. So now I have this nice thin piece right here. And I am going to grab some mini glue dots. Yes, I know what you guys are thinking. You said you won't need the box anymore. I saved the box. Okay, I did. And I forgot my take your pick tools. I'm just going to use my tip of my snips to pull that off. One more time. Pull that off. Jeez, and now it's stuck to my finger. Gosh. Okay, fine. Be that way. And I'm going to set it right there. Now, really what I should do, and this is a tip I should be sharing with you guys, I need my, here it is. If you want to make sure that your piece of string is going to be in the center, you can grab your little grid paper and kind of find a spot where it's kind of equal distance. Put some weight on it. Here, we'll use the punch so it doesn't move. And then you can find like where the center is going to be. And I like to use the little glue dots because this frame is small. If you use a bigger frame, you could probably do something different. But and it's a, see, I wadded that one up so bad, I'm not even going to use it. I'll stick it on there. And I will grab another piece and hope I do a little better job. If you guys missed a tiny tip on Tuesday, this was the tiny tip, was to put a little ribbon around your mini glue dots. Yes, I will tear that piece off. I promise. Just not right now. Yeah, that's where I want it. So I have determined that this is my center line. And I'm going to take my piece, my one strand of the twine, and I'm going to press it down really good. And then I'm going to pull it as tight as I can because you want this thing tight. Okay? And then I am going to put, yeah, I think that's all I did last time. And then I'm going to trim off the excess. It always makes me nervous when I trim off this excess because if it comes apart, then it's harder to pull it tight. So don't lift up when you're trimming. Okay. Now I'm going to use my liquid glue and my, I don't see it, my silicone mat. I have like 5 silicone mats, and it's like every video, I don't know where I put them. I usually keep one right here by my video stuff, and I do not see it, which is just crazy. So, and the reason I'm doing this is because I want to be able to, first of all, it's thin, so it would be harder to, to put gosh, Carrie, seriously, the Stampin' Seal on it, because the Stampin' Seal is, you know, kind of wide. But, I mean, I could, and then just rub it off if I had my silicone mat. Looks like it's time for me to get another one. You don't see how thick that came out? I don't want it that thick, so I'm going to spread that. I'm going to grab this scrap that I put my glue dot on, and I'm going to try and spread that down a little bit. I think I'm in frame, because I don't really want it to ooze out the edges if I can help it. And I'm definitely going to want to be sure that I have adhesive here in the center to help with that dot. Jeez. Oh, see, and now it got carried away, of course. So grab my scrap again and spread it out. Let's see if I can spread some of that over here. Isn't it fun to watch somebody apply glue? I'm sure you guys are like enthralled right now. Ooh, look how amazing she is with a glue that's almost empty. Right. Yeah. Yep, that's how it goes. All right. So again, all the way around, making sure you get enough where that thread is. All right. Oh, dang, look what I did. This needs to go first. So for that, I am going to use my Stampin' Seal around the edges. I forgot what I was doing, you guys. I'm so sorry. And then, of course, you want to get, you know, the regular part of the card cover also on there. I'm so glad that I paid attention for a half a second and didn't glue that frame down before I did this. So now you're going to want to watch and line up the hole that you made with the DSP hole. Okay, there we go. It's not perfectly centered, but you know, I could trim it if I needed to. Now I can take the frame and put it right over the image, or the hole again. And now I have a pretty frame. Okay, now here comes the fun part. I am going to put my little ice creams together by putting some Stampin' Seal on the end. And I can't believe I don't have my silicone mat, because that would make this so much easier. And I'm going to make sure that when I put it on, I have, well, first of all, gone over all the adhesive. Okay, but I want my ice cream to be over my cone, because this just wouldn't look right. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You definitely want it over. So, but I want these to match. So I'm going to, this time I'm going to put some on the ice cream cone. And I'm going to flip this over, set that upside down like that. And then, oh, that won't work. Duh, set it right side up. Do as I say, not as I do. Then I'm going to try to line up the ice cream itself so that it's kind of in the same spot. So you want it to be pretty matchy. All right, now I'm going to take my mini Stampin' Dimensionals. You can use regular ones if you want to, but I'm just going to use my minis. And I am going to put dimensionals all the way through the center. I want to have a lot holding, because this is going to stick to that baker's twine. And I want to be sure that it does stick. Okay. And then you can just put other pieces on it to hold the sides, wherever you feel like you need them. Okay. Then I am going to take this piece, take off all the little ends. That's probably in your way. Take off all my little dimensional covers. Why does that one want to move on me? I don't know. I do not know. Okay, and one more, and I think I got them all. Did I? Yeah, okay. Now I'm going to set this under here, and I'm going to line it up with my thread and in the center of the window. Okay, oops. And I'm going to kind of press, and then I'm going to put the other cone over the top, trying to match. Now it's white and white and white, so if you need to open it up so you can, you can see, it's a good thing I did, because this is not exactly matching the way it should be. So let me try that again. You want to get it as closely matched as possible. And there is an easier way, and I'm going to show you another card in the middle where you're not, in a minute, where, I mean, the ice cream cone, it's going to be cool, but it is a shape, and so if you did it with another rectangle or a square, it would be a lot easier to match up, obviously. So I'm going to take this piece now with the thank you, and I'm going to put it on the front with the dimensionals. It looks like it might be a little big for this. I probably should have trimmed it down a little bit, but that's all right. Whoever gets this, and I may send it to one of you, I hope you can deal with my thank you being a little big on the bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna put it so that it's on the frame. Maybe then it won't look quite as unusual. Okay, but see, now what happens is you have a card that spins, and the little ice cream cone will spin. And if you take a pencil, and I'll show you the other one that I did, and I did this one in portrait, and what I did was I took a pencil and very carefully traced where the ice cream was lightly so that I could erase it after. And then I stamped "You're so cool" underneath. And then you have all this space. What do you think? Is that fun? You guys like it? Isn't that a fun, fun, fun card? So I want to show you that I did that with another adorable set that's going away. It's the snail mail set. Everything is going to be retired. Everything. And it also has a bundle with dies. It's called Snailed It. So I did that one. It's got some adorable DSP. I have it all here. This time I used the layering circles framelits for this card. And here is the Snailed It card. This is a great one for like a graduation. You snailed it. Girls might find it funnier than boys, but then it's got the little snail. So if you want a certain one to be on top, a certain color of ice cream or the snail, just make it that way before you put it in the envelope, and it'll come out that way. So there you go. That is your Saturday sip. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Again, I hope that you're following me here. Oh my gosh, I've just made such a mess. I hope you're following me here on facebook.com/Memory Inkers. If not, please go there. Remember to share this video. Bingo. Don't forget, if you want to be a part of Bingo, that is the $20 kit is going to be available through Sunday. There's a possibility I'm going to make a larger kit that includes the stamps and the dies. But really, you're right now, because you're watching me on Facebook, or you're watching me by actually tomorrow, the 23rd. If you PayPal me the $20 and then just order the set from me, Memory Inkers, there will might possibly be a little less expensive. I'm still working on exactly how I'm going to work out the kits for anybody else. Because, I have to be good to the people who watch me on Facebook, right? And my followers and my regular customers. So bingo is on the 3rd at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. When you buy the kit, the card kit, you're going to get your 5 bingo numbers and can win free prizes. So thank you, everybody who has shared. Please remember to come back. I will do another live video on Tuesday with my Tuesday tip. Okay, have a fabulous weekend. It's going to be a little cloudy and rainy today here in Michigan, but all in all, a nice warm weekend. Bye. God bless you.